JP Cervoni, guitar player. First professional gig with Buddy Miles after Hendrix died. I played with him with a couple of these Benza Gypsy versions, playing guitar with those boys. I learned a lot. So that's one. Here you go.
I'll give you like. So what are you doing now to survive? What are you doing? This, by the way, let's start with this. This panel is about survival in the player's paradise, quote quote. Players from all over the world and the country, just proof from Italy, they come here. You know, they're like big stars in their countries and towns or wherever, and they come to LA to ride the wave of stardom, and then become veteran players. And it's hard. It's a hard road to be a guitar player, be a musician in general. These are all guitar players and bass players. So I thought it would be fun to like explore the different areas that you can survive as a player, not just being a kid in a garage band anymore. It's all fun and games. But now you've chosen this road as your livelihood. What are you going to do to survive? You're committed. It's too late to go to college and be a dentist or something. You love your music. You want to play music, and you want to make a living playing music. So let's. So what are you doing now, JP?
Well, the best way that I have now making a living in music is not really playing guitar, even though I do a lot. But the most money I've made and I make is by writing music. Songs for other people or for TV shows or things like that. It took me a long time to understand the power of a good song. I never really got that till I did a session with this Italian girl that sold 50 million albums. And the budgets were so big working with this girl, and I'm there trying to, just playing guitar. But being Italian and management being Italian, mom and daddy there and everything, I was able to sort of get in this circle of this big Italian Spanish star, and learn that she was making all that money. She was very successful in Italy and in the Latin market by having choice songs. She was lucky to be able to call people like Phil Collins, David Foster for her ballads and all that stuff. But that's where I saw that really the business is made out of good songs. And so that's what I learned, and that's what I do. That's where I survive, by writing songs for other people or for TV shows and things like that.
He's also a fantastic guitar player. I've seen him play a bunch of times. I met him. We were both judges at the Guitar Center King of the Blues contest. Went to see him play a few times. I was like, wow, this guy can play anything. So thanks, JP, for being here.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay, next victim.
My name is Billy Yates. Good morning, everybody. We're a little foggy this morning, so deal with it the best you can. I'm from Macon, Georgia. I used to play guitar in a band called the Outlaws. I toured all over the United States and a little bit in Europe. And I quit the music business probably 20 years ago professionally, because it was about the time, I guess I was 30, and I was already considered a classic rocker. I had a real problem with that. Grunge came along and kind of put us out of business. So, but really, I got kind of disenchanted with the music business because musicians were being treated like shit. Their publishing rights and all that stuff was getting, they were getting screwed. And I just decided to, change my vocation. But I got back into it. I had kind of an epiphany about 8 years ago. And I'm enjoying being a musician more than I ever have in my entire life, and I don't make any money at it. And I'm getting more enjoyment. So the money means nothing to me. It's the pure joy of playing music. And I build guitar amplifiers for a living, so I'm kind of wrapped up in that. My biggest accomplishment was probably playing in front of 500,000 people in Berlin at the Brandenburg Gate on the Millennium in the dead of winter. Froze my ass off, but it was awesome. A sea of people going back and forth. I'll never forget it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
So you can find his amps, right? Red Jones amps, and what room is that?
150.
Room 150. Check out his amps. They're like some great amps.
Yeah, I played one last night. I couldn't believe it, man. Kick ass.
Thank you.
Okay, that's $5 only. All right.
Is that your advertising fee?
Next victim.
Take it out of your panel fee.
Exactly.
How you doing? My name's Steve Trovato, and welcome. Welcome. I'm from New Jersey.
Sorry.
And,
That's your secret.
I came out, yeah, Jersey delicious, Jersey Shore. No, I came out here to California, and about 25 years ago, I lived in a rental apartment and drove my little junky car. I was a little guitar player in New Jersey, out to California and came to Los Angeles. And 25 years later, I live in a rental apartment, drive a junky car, and
That sounds awfully familiar for some reason.
amazing how things happen. No, it's amazing that, it's a land of hopes and dreams out here. No, seriously, I went to the Musicians Institute, and then I taught there for about a long time. Now I'm over at USC, and they made me a professor. I don't know how that happened. I've now had the pleasure of having written 22 guitar instructional books for Warner Brothers and Hal Leonard. Done about 30 DVDs, instructional DVDs. I now, after going through several companies, I'm now a member of the Fender family and touring around with Fender, doing things for them, and got a monthly page lesson in guitar player. I mean, things have just been I've been so fortunate. And what I do in the music business to keep alive and floating is I keep a lot of irons in the fire. So when something cools down, hopefully something else picks up. I don't know what you're doing out there, but we'll find out more about that. And my most fortunate moment was back when I was at the Musicians Institute. I got a chance to be a student with a guitar player named Paul Gilbert, who just happened to be in a band with this guy over here. And I got to direct both of his videos. And actually, Billy was at a session one time when Paul Gilbert was doing it, but we won't talk about that day. That was fun. Sorry, Billy.
What was that?
No, we better not talk about that now. Anyway, so that's me. Thank you very much.
Okay.
My name is DeGenaro. I grew up in Germany. I played for a band called Except for a minute and a half. Decided to move to LA because I was just too big for Germany. Learned really quick that's where dream goes to die.
That's where dreams go to die.
And on top of everything, after developing a serious drug addiction, grunge hit, so it was really fucked up. So in the early 90s, I decided I had it, and I moved to Seattle and quit playing for a while. I ended up building guitar amps, actually worked for a company up there. And then I got into playing again, ended up playing country stuff, and by country I mean modern country, so 80s metal with a cowboy hat for that matter. After that I said, it really doesn't matter anymore whether I make a penny with music, I'm going to do what I actually always wanted to do. I put my own band together and do fusion stuff, which I subsequently did. I played with people like Dave Wackel and Rick Ferrabracci, Marco Miniman. And that's what I'm doing, and I'm about to go to India for a couple months to teach over there and to tour over there with somebody you played with, Atma Noor.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm great.
So that's about it.
Good for you.
Next victim.
All right.
You take a mic if you don't speak as loud as some people.
I can handle it.
Okay.
My name's Josh Smith. I'm from Florida. I'm 30 years old. I've lived in LA 8 years. I moved out here when I started a family because I needed to actually make a living playing guitar instead of worrying about not having bills in my parents' house and all that. So moved out here to be a sideman and a session guy. And 8 years later, I still rent my house, but I'm able to pay for it. And it's a big up and down business, and I just go on tour with different pop acts and do whatever sessions I can do, trying to make a living, and it's tough as shit. But, I wouldn't trade it for anything else. I don't know my biggest accomplishment. I have a bunch of solo records from my past days, and toured with a bunch of cool artists.
Yeah, name some of the artists that you have played with.
Nobody huge, unfortunately I haven't got the Sting gig yet, or Clapton or something like that, but just American Idol type acts. Lately I've been touring with Raphael Sadiq for the last couple of years. Just been, guitar player, MD with different acts, and just that's it. Just try to make a living.